بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم۔ السلام علیکم ناظرین، پاکستان میں ہم نے پچھلے 2 سال میں 2-3 مساجد جو سی ہیں ہم نے کھوئی، اور جس کے اندر اور کئی مساجد پہ نقصان ہوا، لیکن اللہ تعالیٰ کا فضل جو ہے ہمیشہ جماعت احمدیہ کے ساتھ رہا ہے۔ اور آپ کو میں ایک چھوٹی سی ڈاکومنٹری دکھاتا ہوں۔ یہ ڈاکومنٹری جب حضرت خلیفۃ المسیح خامس یوایس سے تشریف لائے، ان کا کس طریقے سے استقبال ہوا، پھر انہوں نے بہت ساری مساجد کا وہاں پہ سنگ بنیاد رکھا۔ آج وہ مساجد جو سی ہیں وہ تقریباً تکمیل کے مرحلے میں آ چکی ہیں، اور کئی مساجد جو سی ہیں وہ مکمل ہو گئی ہیں، اور انٹرنیشنل میڈیا جو ہے ان کو کور بھی کر رہا ہے۔ تو پہلے میں آپ کو دکھاتا ہوں حضرت خلیفۃ المسیح خامس کا دورہ امریکہ، ان کا جو شاندار استقبال کیا گیا ایئرپورٹ پر، وہ آپ دیکھیے۔ پھر آپ کو دکھاتا ہوں کہ انہوں نے جو سنگ بنیاد رکھا، اور اس سے اور رپورٹ دکھاتا ہوں کہ وہ مسجد جو سی ہے وہ
The worldwide head of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, arrived in Los Angeles, California on Saturday on a historic tour of the west coast of the USA and Canada. His Holiness was greeted at the airport by the national president of the community, Dr. Ahsanullah Zafar, as well as other USA Jamaat officials and dignitaries. Los Angeles City Councilman Dennis Zine and Los Angeles County Sheriff Lee Baca offered a warm welcome to His Holiness. Sheriff Baca remarked to His Holiness that 500,000 Muslims live in Los Angeles, making it the best place in America for Muslims to live. He said, "Your Holiness, your community is strong. I wish to see thousands more Ahmadi Muslims living in Los Angeles." Councilman Zine presented His Holiness with a proclamation and said, "Your Holiness, welcome to the City of Angels, a fitting name on this historic day. Los Angeles is a melting pot for all religious and ethnic groups. We are honored to host you." Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad's convoy was escorted by a police motorcade from the airport to Bait al-Hamid Mosque in Chino. Police stopped traffic from entering the highway as the motorcade proceeded, cutting a notoriously difficult commute to just 40 minutes. Apart from American President Barack Obama, no other political or religious leader has received such an escort in Los Angeles. Meanwhile, hundreds of Ahmadi Muslims gathered at the 15-acre complex of Bait al-Hamid Mosque, awaiting their beloved Imam's arrival. Atfal and Nasrat recited poems and taranas were raised as Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad arrived Saturday afternoon. On his visit, His Holiness will meet with thousands of Ahmadi Muslims, as well as various federal, state, and city officials. His Holiness will deliver the keynote address on the topic of Islam, terrorism, and human rights at a gathering in Beverly Hills later this week. The visit is Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad's first to Los Angeles and the west coast of the USA. It comes 19 years after Hazrat Khalifatul Masih IV, Hazrat Mirza Tahir Ahmad, made his final visit to Los Angeles in 1994. Hazrat Mirza Tahir Ahmad laid the foundations of the Bait al-Hamid Mosque in 1987 and inaugurated the mosque in 1989. Tahmina Amir, MTA News.
جی ناظرین، آپ نے استقبال دیکھا، اور ناظرین اب آپ دیکھیے نارتھ فلاڈلفیا کی مسجد کا افتتاح اور اس کے مکمل ہونے کی رپورٹ جو وہاں کے ٹی وی چینلز نے دکھائی۔ ناظرین ملاحظہ کیجیے گا
this beautiful new mosque.
And if you happen to be in North Philadelphia today, you may have seen a heavy security presence. That is because a religious leader equivalent to the Pope came to the city to dedicate a brand new mosque. Eyewitness News reporter David Spun is following this story for us tonight.
Hey, Alex, well, the mosque belongs to the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, a community with strong ties right here to Philadelphia. The dream of this mosque began many years ago, and as of tonight, it's officially open, not just to Muslims, but to anyone who's more curious.
The next day, His Holiness planted a tree at the mosque and visited and prayed at the grave of the very first convert to Islam, Ahmadiyya, in Philadelphia, Dr. A. George Baker, who converted after reading the teachings of the Prophet Messiah ﷺ in his lifetime. His Holiness was escorted through the city by a large number of police vehicles, who gave His Holiness and his entourage protocol reserved for state visitors. After a short journey, His Holiness arrived to large crowds gathered outside the Baptist Summit Mosque in Baltimore. County police vehicles and helicopters were present for safeguarding the gathering. His Holiness inaugurated and inspected the mosque, which was previously a church, and over a 3-year period, with the donations of the local Ahmadiyya community, had finally been turned into a mosque.